What's up guys, it's Cam here from The Suns bringing you Overview, a new series where we will be looking at mechanics and stats in video games and how they work. We will be starting with Fall of Cybertron's weapons and maybe move on to other games in the near future. Today we'll be looking at the Subsonic Repeater used by the Infiltrator in multiplayer. Now for stats for this gun can carry up to 240 bullets in total and carries a clip size of 40 bullets. Which is very high compared to most guns in Fall of Cybertron, which is pretty good. Its rate of fire is 900 rounds per minute, which is the highest in the game. It's just a little bit higher than the Scrapmaker, which is about 888 rounds per minute. Its reload time of about 1.2 seconds is tied for the fastest reload time in the game with the orbital pistol, which does about the same. And this gun has no weapon kickback whatsoever, so the gun will not look up and down or left and right when you're aiming and shooting, which is pretty good. Now you think with all these amazing stats on this gun it would just be perfect, but it does have a few downfalls. One of the downfalls is it does 11 damage per bullet, which is if not the lowest damage per bullet in the game, not including the Scientist Sentry, which I think does about 10. Just to put that into perspective, it takes about 37 bullets minimum to take out a Scientist or Infiltrator with 300 health plus the 100 health in the overshield. It takes 46 bullets to take out the Destroyer with 400 health and 100 in the overshield, and 55 to take out the Titan with 500 health and 100 in the overshield. Now this is assuming that you have perfect accuracy, and this gun does not have perfect accuracy. It can be very inaccurate at longer ranges with large amounts of bullet spread, and this bullet spread is not reduced in fine aim, so when you're aiming down sights the bullet spread does not tighten. So it does not become more accurate, it just brings your target just a little bit closer to you to help with aiming. That's it for stats. We're going to look at the attachments, starting off with the iron cartridge, which unlocks at level 9. This attachment increases the clip size by about 50% from 40 rounds to 60 rounds per clip, which is pretty good. As I said earlier, it takes about 55 minimum to take out the Titan. But once you factor in inaccuracy, you're going to probably need a little bit more than that. So it's enough to definitely take out a Scientist or Infiltrator. The next attachment is the HyperInterlink, which unlocks at level 14. This decreases the reload time by 50% from 1.2 seconds to about 0.6 seconds, which becomes the fastest possible reload time in the game. So you've gone from the fastest reload time to insanely fast for the reload time. Just to put that into perspective, it takes about 0.5 seconds to charge up the Scrapmaker, so you've almost reloaded in about the same time. The final attachment, the Cyber Optics, which unlocks at level 23, according to the patch notes released by the people who made Fall of Cybertron, increases weapon accuracy by 25% and reduces weapon spread and also reduces the weapon's crosshairs. Overall, this gun has great rate of fire with great reload time, but it does take a lot of bullets to kill an enemy with its lack of accuracy. It can be used as a primary, but I would highly recommend you running it as a secondary weapon just to finish off your enemies. Like if you're using the Path Blaster or Scatter Blaster, it's good to switch out if you run out of bullets because this gun has an amazing rate of fire. Personally, I would recommend you running the HyperInterlink just to get more bullets in and out of the gun faster, so that's the quicker reload time. I personally find this a little bit more useful than the extended magazine to 60 rounds, but that's just me. You can run whatever you want. I would also not recommend using this gun at long range. This is a very close range weapon. It's a very fast firing weapon used for close quarters. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you learned something today. And if you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments below and tell me what gun you'd like me to cover next.